Hello, what's up? Doc Chris here, the Scrubby MD, and welcome to the Off Duty Doctors Podcast, pre recorded edition. Okay, sorry guys, still hindi pa ako ready for any live activity, pero kailangan pa rin natin mag-provide ng helpful health tips no, sa ating mga audience. Okay, hello guys. Sa mga returning viewers at saka bago sa ating stream, please support us, no? Like, share, and subscribe. Also with our one community. Ay, ilalagay ko na pala yung link sa natin sa description tsaka sa page kung ano yung link namin sa Discord. If you want to join us there, you just join us. Okay? And if you want topics on regarding to health, balik lang kayo dito kasi yun yung mga main topics na hinahandle ko, especially in family practice, clinical care, and even primary care sa atin sa mundo ng medisina. Ngayon, punta tayo lang sa labas, no? Hindi lang sa patient. We go to the environment, environmental health. May is again a week or no, a month of celebration of the World Family Doctor Day. Okay. So, celebrated by the Philippine Academy of Family Physicians and um, the Association of Family Doctors here in the country together with the international or we are WONCA. No? So environmental health, ano ba kahalagahan nito? With the emergence of a lot of sickness or diseases, kasi nakukuha natin lahat ng mga sakit at mga pathogens natin sa kalikasan. Kung hindi natin nalilinisan at napapangalagaan ng kalikasan, dadami mga sakit na pwede natin makuha. Okay? Sa kalikasan. Okay, tingnan ko lang yung mic ko. Check, check. If it's working. Oh man, okay, yan. Now this photo, yung pinapakita ko ngayon is currently in the website of the World Health Organization or the WHO. And it simply implies the best example for environmental health. If you would see that I think this is a um, nearby riverbed or a um, riverbank area wherein tignan nyo, lahat basura, okay, lahat plastic. And the guy is, I think, nag-iigib ng tubig. It's sad because water is free and water is essential for our survival. And yet we pollute water. It's useless if we just add coliforms or dumi sa ating tubig kung hindi naman natin na kung sakaling ganyan yung nangyari, hindi natin siya magagamit, di ba? So, environmental health. Well, healthier environment could also prevent almost 1/4 of the global burden of disease. Kasi lahat ng sakit kadalasan nakukuha natin sa kalikasan dahil hindi natin naaalagaan ng gusto yung pagsira ng mga habitat ng mga hayop drives these animals, okay, from their house or from their homes to the human habitat, and we are exposed with new diseases. Kaya nga nangyari sa COVID, di ba? Due to certain changes in the habitat of certain animals, as they say, even bats, di ba? We are exposed to viruses that are for animals and they cross-react with our own viruses from the influenza. Sample din dyan is yung bird flu. Bird flu is, or the avian flu, which was similar also with COVID. The coronavirus also. MERS-CoV pala, na unang scare over the recent years. MERS-CoV, coronavirus, or COVID-19. Okay. What else? The Marburg virus. No, these types of conditions or diseases, when we disrupt the normal cycle of the environment, we are left but exposed with a lot of diseases. And how can we combat these diseases? Well, curatively, that is usually the forefront kung may sakit na. But we can do it preventively. Preventively meaning, iwasan na lang natin na gawing magulo ang lahat bago magkaroon ng sakit. Diba? So that is a preventive way. And a preventive thinking will save millions of lives. Okay? So we have to dedicate on a commitment for the health of the environment in order for us to have a safer and sustainable living situation in our planet. Clean air, stable climate, adequate water, proper sanitation and hygiene. Yun yung yung kailangan natin. Okay? At mahalagang ma-sustain natin if we want to live in planet Earth, di ba? And that's basically the truth na kailangan natin siyang i-open uh, sa mga tao ngayon. Kasi left and right may gumagamit ng single-use plastic, nahahalo sa ilog, magkakaroon ng microplastic sa ating mga naiinom. And that is been studied na meron mga harmful effects yan sa ating katawan, di ba? Now, what else do we want to know about environmental health? Now, the funny thing here is, yun nga, when we abuse the environment, we disrupt the Earth's pristine structure, di ba? And then we build more cities, we build more houses, we burn more fossil fuel, more people living together. It generates a lot of heat. Now, that heat will contribute to global increase of temperature. So yung climate change is usually one of the huge concerns that will always be in the topic or in the agenda for environmental health. Kasi every year we are experiencing the hottest climate up to this year, lalo na sa Pilipinas, di ba? We experience dangerous heat indexes of 51, I think sa Zambales or even here in Tuguegarao or Napari, di ba? So sobrang nakaka-alarma yung mga ganyang sitwasyon. And most of the time, kailangan din natin maging cautious kasi pwede tayong maging at risk sa heat stroke. Okay? The environment is an important factor for us to save kasi millions are involved. Okay? Millions are involved and millions will be affected if it will collapse. Okay? It's not just here in the Philippines, pero in other countries as well. Climate change like global warming is apparent already sa ating bansa, sa ibang countries, even rivers in the US and even in China, mainland China, are drying out because of increased heat index in those areas. So, kailangan natin bawasan ang use natin ng heat. Okay? Fossil fuels or burning biofossil fuels will also contribute to increase in heat in the country, in the planet. So, sobrang kailangan nating tone down. Reuse other forms of reusable energy. Kasi kapag ganyan, patuloy-tuloy siya after 20-25 years, well, the island of Luzon will be one of the most driest siguro in the country kasi we might experience longer El Niños compared to this year, diba? So, kailangan we have to take action with that. And more, we are more exposed to heat stroke or heat-related illnesses. Yun naman ang ayaw natin mangyari. Okay, again, for heat stroke, I think na-video ko rin before. Heat stroke, always hydrate yourself. Kung expose kayo sa init every day, magalat kayo ng oras para hindi kayo mababad sa init ng buong araw. Okay? Have time for breaks, magsilong kayo, sumilong kayo, and iwasan nyo ang ma-dehydrate. Okay? So, yung mga policies naman sa country, we are already, there are schools that are already suspending classes during extreme heat indexes or indices, and they are planning next school year to shift the opening of school years back to the usual. Okay? Kasi nung nag-aaral ako noong matagal na, at usually ang alam ko ang pasukan noon ay kala ko June or August ata. Hindi ko maalala. Pero medyo late siya. Ang birthday ko ay July. So, madalas July nasa bahay ako. Hindi ako nag-birthday sa school. Ngayon, kung August ang pasukan ulit, well, uh, surprising, hindi ako mag-birthday sa school. Okay? So, keep out of the heat. Kapag ganon, stay indoors and keep yourself hydrated. Yun ang pinakamahalagang gawin natin kapag mataas ang init. Ano pa? Ano pa yung mga other concerns natin for the environment? Tingnan natin. Sabi niya kasi dito heat eh. Okay, electricity. Nako, ito big question to. Currently kasi we are already experiencing outages. Ito electronic waste, well, with the emergence of microchips, smaller and smaller chips, updating your phone every year, though it's good, it's flashy, it's trend setting, but it's creating a lot of waste in our country. So kailangan be diligent. Huwag naman kayo magpalit ng cellphone every year. Saan nyo lalagay yung ibang phone? Diba? If not, I think sana may mga makapag come up with a program wherein you can recycle the old chips and create new ones. Para lang din hindi masayang yung mga spare parts na nagagamit. And take note, these spare parts are coming from the earth, no? Yung metal dito, platings, ganyan. And they are mining them. Take note nung COVID-19 pandemic, there was a shortage of chips, no? Shortage of chips. And nung time na yon, kaya nagmahal ang mga cellphones nung year na yun. Okay, kasi mahirap paghanap ng chips. Even the much anticipated PS5 was rare to find because of shortage of chips noon. Kaya ngayon, sana come up sila ng way to recycle electronic devices. Speaking of electronic devices, syempre ngayon sabi ko nga outages of power, sana may nakaisip na ng other ways of source of electricity sa ating bansa, because the use of biofossil fuel is consuming, and syempre nakakakwan din yan, dagdag sa init sa ating environment. If they want to use other sources of energy, campaign it to be a priority dapat sa ating country. The challenge lang is, syempre, the country is a archipelago, no? Isla-isla sila. So, mahirap i-connect yung mga kuryente from one island to another to have a central grid. You have to be witty with regards to the decentralization, or kung gusto man nila gawan ng way to have a grid line for all electronics, no, or electric flow or kuryente, kumbaga nagpapakahirap ako. Kuryente sa ating bansa. Sana may maisip sila. Okay? Kasi kapag mainit tapos wala pang kuryente, wala kang aircon, wala kang electric fan, kawawa ka. Diba? Kawawa. Okay? May nakita ko sa TikTok. Kita lang naman eh. Ay, joke lang.
What is environmental health?
Okay.
Environmental health is a branch of public health that focuses on the relationships between people and their environment. It promotes human health and well-being and fosters healthy and safe communities. You may not know it, but there are a lot of problems that are related to our environment. Some of
Okay. Sabi nga, we already have programs for environmental health. Pero, do we know some of these programs?
those are
Tingnan
due
natin.
to human activities and some aren't. Some examples of environmental health problems are air pollution, water contamination, soil pollution, natural disasters,
Okay, nasobra na. Air pollution, well, your cars, mga kotse. Kasi hindi nauubusan ng kotse sa kalsada. So, the emission rate from cars are a huge problem. That's why there's an emergence of electric cars. Kaya they're shifting in Asia, even in Japan, na from fuel cars or biofossil fuel cars or diesel powered cars or gasoline powered cars to electric cars. Though the problem with electric cars is yun nga, its maintenance is still costly, pero it's very helpful for the environment. Tapos, ano pa, water pollution, pakita ko na sa inyo. Speaking of water pollution, pakita natin to. This cannot be, di mo ito dapat makakalimutan kasi take note that our country would always be guided by leaders in government. And during that time, this is an example of publicity of caring for the environment, but the problem is the politicians are the ones also creating problem and stirring problem. Nako. Ito, I think matagal na to eh. I think it's been years ago. But still, I will always remember this na nakakatawa naman na ginawa niya ito. Very sad. Pero nakakatawa na sinut pa yung behind the scenes.
Ang extensive cleanup drive, sumakay si Estrada sa isang bangka kasama ang media. Pero imbes na puntahan ang mga parte ng Manila Bay na tambak ng basura,
Okay? So context is Mayor Joseph Ernesto Estrada or ERAP, okay, was by then Mayor of Manila. Mayor ERAP is also a former president of the Philippines, okay, and a movie star in the country, diba? So this is one way of, I think, publicity, kumbaga, of what happened before.
iba ang nangyari.
You see? Okay. There was someone throwing trash sa Manila Bay. During the time the mayor was campaigning for cleanup drives in Manila Bay.
My God, is that a joke?
See? Is that a joke? That's not a joke, and they're doing it right in front of the reporters.
Is that a joke?
Oh, hindi daw po.
Ano ho yan? Hindi po pupulutin po ulit. Pupulutin ulit?
Oh, pupulutin daw ulit. Okay, pupulutin daw ulit.
My God. Hindi clean up ba yan?
And I think that's Mayor, siya ba yun? Si Mayor Estrada. Balikan natin. Siya ba yun? Siya ba yun? Siguro naman siya yun kasi balikan natin. Yan.
My God. Hindi clean
Ay,
up ba
yeah.
yan?
Siya yun. Okay? The mayor of Manila.
Paano po? Dalawang lalaki pa ang
Para daw may photo op. And that's sad. And they did that in front of the media. And yes, Manila Bay. Ang alam ko, malaki na nagbago sa Manila Bay ngayon. Pero still, there's still trash sa basurang nalulumulutang dyan. But there is there has already been improvement. Pero during this time, nakakadismaya.
Lumusong sa tubig para ikalat ang basura malapit sa bangka ni Mayor. Tinanong ng news team si Mayor Estrada kung alam niya ang ginawang pagtapon ng basura.
Well, was for publicity only, but we
You see? For publicity. For publicity only. Huh? For publicity, but hinayaan mo may nagbasura in that area?
we are dead serious in cleaning Manila Bay.
Hindi mali
Yun lang. Diba? If that were politicians just to make a show for you to vote them, look for better leaders kapag sakali, no? That will commit with environmental health. That's sad.
climate change, and many more. According to the 2022 Environmental Performance Index or EPI, the Philippines ranked 158th out of the 180 countries in environmental health. This is a significant drop in previous.
Okay, 158 out of 180 in sustainable energy or sustainability of the environment. That's quite low. Okay? Compared to our neighboring countries in Southeast Asia. Kapag ganyan, why are we lagging? Ano? Are there projects na that would help us promote the environment? Kasi if balik tayo, let's say tingnan natin yung sa Japan. Japan hanging garden parking. I think I saw this earlier. Parking space. Here. Yan. I saw this in Twitter, di ba? In Twitter, Japan has already been in the forefront of doing things like this. A hanging garden in front of a parking lot or a top of a parking lot, di ba? They're trying to conceptualize a floating garden on roofs of public parking lots. Great idea because it's sustaining one. It's it removes carbon dioxide from the environment that will be used by the plants for photosynthesis, diba? Why not do certain concepts like that, diba? Kailangan natin ng ganyan mga ideas. And hindi yung ganito. Hindi yung pakita lang. Diba? Sad.
Ranking of 132nd in 2018. The Philippines' low ranking in environmental health is due to a number of factors.
Oh, what's the
Some of
reasons?
those are poor air quality, particularly in urban areas, high levels of water pollution, deforestation, and land degradation.
Okay. Poor air quality. That's the reason why yun nga, sobrang dami na ng sasakyan, water pollution. Kita nyo na kanina, deforestation, that's more on the responsibility of everyone. Sa atin, sa provinces, we are still protecting the areas of watershed, diba? Sa Vizcaya, areas wherein there are forests. Manila, on the other hand, has already parang dami ng wala na kayong makitang puno na matatag doon sa capital these days. It's already been highly urbanized. Okay? And there's no reason, it's obvious that sabi nga nila in the next few years, Manila or NCR will be sinking within the Manila Bay because of climate change and increase in the water area because of melting ice caps, diba? And even to the point na sinabi nga nila na it might lead to also moving the seat of government outside of Manila to other areas in central Luzon or even in the other areas of the country. So, ang laking epekto niyan kapag yung environment hindi natin naalagaan. Okay? So, what are we doing to provide part of this environment? Naku, nag-brown out sa amin. Anyway, hanggang doon lang naman yung video ko. Environmental health is important. Okay? And, nawala talaga yung net. Please, do your part as even kahit doctors, even ordinary citizens to help change our mantra, our beliefs about changing the environment and increasing global awareness. No, a healthy planet will sustain healthy people. Okay, this has been Doc Chris, the Scrubby MD, and thank you for watching. And see you on the next video. Bye.